Hello, everyone, and welcome to part two of this tutorial on how best to work on our satellite education training platform using Kempo Made Easy. So now I'm gonna do a little bit more of a deep dive as to the website and the functionality of the website itself. As you can see, this is the home page, and we have our getting started. Maybe it'd be worth it to actually look through some of these as well. And there's the belt requirements all the way through brown belt and all this other good stuff, but this is not necessarily relevant right now for the tutorial. So you should be getting from your instructor a discount code or coupon code. I forgot what the terminology is, but you'll be getting something so you don't actually have to pay for this platform, because you could see the different belt videos have a price associated with it, but you will not be subjected to that. In fact, let me show you how you get through that part. Let's just take, for instance, orange belt, and you select orange belt. You can see that the membership is $69.97, and the membership won't expire after 12 months. It's actually, we're doing the free one is a shorter term membership than that. But you will basically put in your information, but you don't have to worry about putting a credit card number. What you'll get is actually a code where you'll type this code, apply it, and that price dollar amount will actually go to zero, and then you submit. Again, don't put a credit card here, and you will have access to that particular belt video series. And one thing to point out is actually, if you have access, the reason why these go up in price is if you have access to orange belt, you actually have access to orange, yellow, and white. So it's not just the belt itself, it's everything and the belts below. That's why brown belt 274, it actually has access to every single video on the site. Again, in this emergency situation, these expirations are not valid. They're going to be given complimentary to you, but the expiration will probably be 30 days. So I just want to make sure that that is clear to everyone. In terms of actually getting started, what you'll need to do is you go ahead and go into this login part, and you could obviously you can log in with Facebook, and you can register if you want. The other thing to do, I'm going to go ahead and log in right now just so we could see. Yeah, I'm not a robot, and remember me, so we'll go ahead and log in. Since I'm an admin, you'll not actually get this screen. You'll actually get that screen, the home screen again. And now you'll have access to whatever videos. Before it'll actually say buy white belt membership, and now it says play video. I should have actually walked everyone through that, but you can see that for yourselves. So if you remember from the first video, there's stances, which we're not going over, but let's talk about the strikes. These were the strikes that you were supposed to learn and establish competency with, so you can get those test-ready check marks. Now, again, you can see that these strikes are broken up into different categories. Now, you can ask your instructor how much detail they'll want in order to be test ready. Are they going to be test ready, they're going to ask you where the optimal target areas are? Are they going to ask you what the street value is? That's probably going to be different from instructor to instructor. So ask your instructor what they're looking for in order for it to be considered test ready. Let's just take a look at one of these strikes just so you could see, because you can see here there's different timestamps. What these timestamps refer to is they're kind of just the poor man's chapter heading. So what we'll do is, let's just go ahead, you play video, and it's going to superimpose, and there's me standing there kind of going over, it has the entrance to everything. And let me go ahead and turn the volume down. There's no reason. So you will see that the first part of it is going over technique. And then the next part of it, you'll see that I'm kind of showing target areas. And then the last part of it is probably the street value aspect of how to make this work in the most effective way possible. So that's just sort of a kind of an overview. Again, we hope that you'll binge watch this stuff and use that to develop your martial arts skill rather than Hulu or Netflix, you know, as best as you can. So down here is the material. These are the two material things, the defense maneuvers and the forms. Okay, so, and again, these links should take you directly to the video that is in question for you to work on and get better. And like I mentioned in the last video, the goal is to go through, treat it like a scavenger hunt. And if you want, watch all the videos and decide which ones you want to conquer. I'm using the scavenger hunt analogy because, you know, scavenger hunts that I played, you didn't actually have to go in order. There was just a whole bunch of things on a list that you had to accomplish. And you could choose whichever order you wanted to go in. So that's what's cool about the lesson plans. I mean, some of the strikes will probably be the easiest things to knock off your list as soon as possible. The combination of the skill development ones will probably be trickier, and the forms will probably be trickier than that. But, you know, we'll see as we go through this, which ones are the difficult ones and which ones will have techniques to get through. The defense maneuver itself, again, you guys have seen something like this where there'll be a demonstration. I'm sorry, I went through it. There's the demonstration of it, and then there's, I guess, from multiple angles, and then there's the walkthrough of that, and where Master Cash is kind of giving some details and some pointers with regards to doing that. So that is kind of like in a nutshell, the videos. The forms themselves, what you'll see, white belt kata, short version, long version, actually in this form, they're not going to demonstrate what I want to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to yellow belt where we have one pinyon. And what you'll see there's two different versions. There's a demonstration, which you'll see in real time. So that's what the form is supposed to look like. Sorry while it's buffering. And you'll see the person do it. And you'll see that's the 6 o'clock wall. So hopefully that'll give you some perspective. And if you just bear with me, I want to just show the whole form. It's not going to take too long. It actually is going to take, 48 seconds. So as you can see, this is pretty straightforward. It's a single angle view. And this is just sort of one pinyon, kind of one of the ways that we want it to look. So, but now what's important here is the step-by-step version, because I think this is going to be very helpful in the education process. So what you'll see is actually everything has a subtitle associated with it. So if you're unclear as to what exactly you're supposed to do during each step, you could pause the video and read it. And that might help you, your son, or your daughter to remember the form, or it'll help, you know, with regards to understanding what the person might be doing. So let me go ahead and jump forward to a part right here. That's why. You'll notice that on this part, to have a better angle, you'll see that we have a front angle and a reverse angle. So you could always see it from the correct angle. Now you can see up on the wall that says 12 o'clock over there, where it said 6 o'clock before. So this will hopefully give you better perspective. So when the instructor here is Nate, when he turns his back, it doesn't get lost on you. You see, we're going to go back to the front angle right now. So that way you could see everything with the appropriate description. And again, you have up on the wall the perspective to give you a better education on how to do the form. So all the forms are like that. Hopefully that will help in terms of perspective with regards to that. Let me jump over to some technique stuff. Let's just jump over to blue belt, just because there's some more complex stuff there. So we're talking about, let's just use one of the blocking development ones. As you can see, under these blocking developments, there's something that says phase 1, phase 2, and full speed. Okay? What that basically refers to is the speed that we want you to be able to do it to determine whether it's test ready or not. Now, depending on your instructor, they might say, all I care about is phase 1 speed. So that means that all you have to do is do it as competently as the instructor is demonstrating it there. And I'm about to open that up right now just to show you. Let's just use this one, for instance. Okay, so we said the phase 1 speed was at 25 seconds. So why don't we just go over to that 25-second mark real quick. Okay, so this is the very slow phase 1 speed. This is me talking, which obviously no one likes the sound of their own voice. But if you could bear with me while I call this out. So this is the phase 1 speed. I'm calling each of the numbers out. And Sensei Vlad is actually doing the blocks. Now, your instructor might be good at that speed, but now let's just go to the phase 2 speed. This next one is going to go a little faster, a little bit more up to it. Ready, go. This is probably the level that your instructor is going to want to see in order to give it test ready. So that's the phase 2 speed or level 2 speed, and the fastest speed is this one, and the really picky instructors are going to want to see it at this speed. So let's see when I stop talking incessantly and when he actually demonstrates it. So there is all the different speeds. So that's just to kind of give you an idea of what these little descriptions mean inside. And if you remember by the lesson plan, there was only very specific videos that you would have to watch, like V1, V4, and V7. And the reason why is the other ones are partner drills. By all means, if you want to practice and learn this stuff with your son or daughter and you want to be a partner, do it. We would love to see some of that. And in this time, this could be a good family bonding experience. But we didn't want to put that pressure on finding a partner. So that's why we're only requiring the things that can be done in the air and could be easily shown on video. So anyway, I think that's pretty much the all-encompassing aspect of what to get from these videos. Again, use it. One of the few advantages that videos have over a live instructor is you could pause, rewind, slow-mo as much as you want. So if you're not getting something, please watch it as many times and practice it and help your kids ask your parents to see, ask them, does this look like that level 1 speed or level 2 speed? And help each other out in accomplishing this, because our goal is that you are able as students to continue to move forward in your training, where however long this period lasts, you are not stagnant sitting at home, but we are still accomplishing goals in the martial arts. And specifically, and again, since you have access to the full site, you are absolutely free to watch the videos on kicks and movements and takedowns and throws. You can watch any of that stuff that you want. And, talk to your instructor. If you want to demonstrate some of that, then please, we do not want to stop the learning. What we want to do is just make this as pleasant and tolerable a time as that we can, and hopefully find some positives through this difficult time. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and reach out to your instructors. This should conclude this tutorial, and we look forward to seeing the success of this project. Thank you.